So there are some elements to this. And the first is the advantage of failure. And this is bandied around a lot, but it's absolutely true. You know, it's very unusual to find a great entrepreneurial success story who hasn't had some significant failures, or who hasn't had some significant adversity to overcome in their life. So if you've had the greatest life in the world up to now, I'm sorry, but it may be a bit tougher for you. But if you've had challenges and if you've had adversity, then learning from them and moving on is an absolutely fundamental part of this. And what happens as human beings is we get divided into two categories. Because we all go through stuff. We all have stuff happen, whether it be business stuff or other stuff. And really one of two things tends to happen. Either the stuff tends to overpower us and stop us, or the successful people take that stuff and use that stuff and do something with it. And someone commented earlier about they were enjoying the event and enjoying my speaking and my communication. And my mum's here somewhere. I've lost her. But it reminded me that when I was younger, when I was like, I think 4 or 5, I fell over playing football and knocked my front teeth out. And so until my new teeth came, these are my like baby teeth, until my new teeth came, I basically couldn't speak properly because like you couldn't understand me. And that was kind of weird, and I was probably quite shy and stuff, so I went to speech therapy lessons. And 3 or 4 years ago, I went to the doctor for something or other, get some hay fever tablets or something, and she had this like pile, you know, they keep your records, I think it's electronic now, but they used to have like your pile of all your stuff. I said, God, that's a lot of stuff. I said, what's down there at the bottom? And she went and had a look, and because they keep all your records, they found the letters from our speech therapists. And the quote, and I must get a copy of this, the quote was, Christopher is going to have lifetime problems communicating. So, now Freud would tell you that the fact that I probably haven't done that, you know, is all kind of built in, and you know, you take the stuff that maybe would stop people and you turn it on its head and you make something of it. It's not about whether you've had failures. It's not about whether you've had obstacles or adversity. It's about what are you going to do with it, and how are you going to react to it, and how are you going to use it. And the big thing, especially with business failures, is whether we learn from them and move on. You know, in Silicon Valley, it's very hard to get funding from venture capital. Very hard now, unless you've been bankrupt once, but ideally twice. I mean, seriously, because like they look at you and they think, if you've never had a business failure, then have you learnt the lessons? So you can go home tonight and they say, how was it? I said, well, what did you learn? You say, well, it's great. What I've got to do is my business has got to fail, because then I can learn the lessons. That's not quite what I'm suggesting, but you get the point.